Okay, so now if we move further down to page 5 or 4.3, this offer to purchase is contingent upon the full payment of the purchase price in cash. So this is what I just said. If the property is going to be bought in cash via EFT, that specific amount can be EFT'd to the attorney's trust account. The buyer agrees to transfer the full purchase price amount to the trust designated by the seller's agent within a specific amount of days. So again, make sure when the money can be released and when it can be transferred to the attorney's account. Okay, so delete 4.3 if this offer to purchase is bound by suspensive conditions and not a cash purchase. So again, make sure how your client is going to pay for this specific property. 4.4, the seller warrants that the purchase price is sufficient to cover the outstanding bond, the agent's professional fee, rates and taxes, electricity and water, and other impacts by the local authority or legal person. So make sure when you do put a house on offer or for sale, make sure if you maybe, if they say I want to sell my house for 3 million rand, but you know what, I still owe 2.5 million rand on this property, or I still owe 2.8 million rand on this property, then make sure that when the property is sold, obviously the professional fee, meaning your commission, will be paid or can be paid. Your rates and taxes can be paid, and a clearance certificate can be obtained, etc. So always make sure, ask the people, your clients, your sellers, how much do you still owe on the property, so that you can determine how far or how low we can go with regards to the sales price when offers do come in, and so that you can be aware of things like a certain amount still being owed on the bond by your sellers. Then if we go to paragraph 4.5, the seller hereby warrants that he or she is neither required to register as a VAT vendor. Remember this specific clause, and also clause 4.6, the seller then declares that he or she is a VAT vendor within the means of Value Added Tax Act. So make sure that your sellers and your buyers are not registered VAT vendors, meaning if they are maybe a company or a close corporation or a trust, and they are registered for VAT and they're buying and selling this specific property out of the name of that company or trust or close corporation, then there will be VAT implications. So always make sure so that you can then speak to your conveyancing attorneys and to the bookkeepers to make sure what the implication will be on the sales price as well, if there is going to be VAT implications. And then also inform your clients, your sellers and your purchasers what the implications of that VAT implication on the selling price and purchase price will then be. So make sure that you understand VAT and that you can explain that to your clients as well. Then we go further down to the suspensive conditions with regards to bond finance. So if the sale is subject to the suspensive conditions that the purchaser is able to obtain a mortgage loan of a certain amount, meaning say they've got 50% cash on a R1 million property, then obviously they will have to obtain bond finance of about 500,000 rand. Or if they need bond finance of the full amount, make sure that you write the full amount that they need the bond finance for. Then if you go further down, or such lesser amount that may be acceptable by the purchaser within 21 working days.